Good morning, children. Today, for Standard 6 English, we will start with our next chapter, that is, the classroom in the train. This is the story of a girl named Toto-chan, whose real name is Tetsuko Koroyanagi. It's a Japanese name, and Toto-chan is the nickname of this girl. She is an inquisitive girl who asks too many questions and whom her teacher finds unmanageable as she was very naughty. So she was asked to leave the school, and then her mother takes her to a different kind of school, hoping that she would be happy and loved. Toto-chan begins her life in this new school that has an old railway carriages as classroom. So, let's begin with our story. Still, no one had arrived when Toto-chan got to the door of the railroad car, where the headmaster had showed her the classroom. Here, headmaster word is used for the teacher. In Hindi, we call a male teacher as headmaster. And children, railroad car is a rail car or say railway carriage or also called as a train car. It was an old-fashioned car which had a door handle on both sides and slide the door to the right. Toto-chan's heart was beating fast as she was very excited. Children, excitement is a feeling of happiness and enthusiasm. And as she peeped inside the classroom, peeped means looked. When Toto-chan looked inside, she thought that studying here would be like going on a perpetual journey. Perpetual journey means a never-ending journey which goes on and on. Why, children? Why she must be thinking that way? Because the classroom was a train carriage where windows still had baggage racks above them. There were seats which were replaced by school desks and chairs facing forward as there was a blackboard at the front. Toto-chan went inside and sat at someone's desk. The wooden chairs resembled means was similar to. The wooden chairs was similar to or say same like other schools, but they were more comfortable. Toto-chan was very happy and she liked the school also. She made a firm decision. Firm means strong decision to come to school every day and to never take any holidays. Toto-chan looked outside the window where she knew that the train was stationary. Children, stationary. Here, stationary means not moving. But it was the school ground that caught her attention. As there were flowers and trees, they were swaying in the breeze. Swaying means moving in the breeze, as it seemed that the train is moving. And finally, she said aloud that, "I am so happy." Then she started singing a song which she made up by herself, and she sings whenever she was happy. And then a girl came into the classroom. She took out her notebook, pencil box from her school bag and placed it on the desk, where she stood and then she stood on a tiptoe and kept the bag on the rack above. Tiptoe means she stood up on her toes to keep the bag on the rack above. Toto-chan stopped singing and quickly did the same. And then a boy entered. He stood at the door and threw his bag on the baggage rack as if he was playing basketball. But the bag fell on the ground and he said, "Bad shot." Then he did the same second time from the same place, and the bag was on the rack, which was a nice shot. But immediately he started saying, "No, bad shot," as he forgot to remove his notebook and pencil box. Slowly and gradually, there were 9 pupils, means 9 students in the car, in the train. They comprised the first grade. Comprised means made up, that is, they all passed out from Standard 1 from Tomo Gakwan School. And now Toto-chan and others would be traveling the journey together on the same train in the same school. Children, can you imagine such classrooms? It would be so fun to learn in such classrooms, right? And yes, this school with a railroad car classrooms is very unusual. Means different. Yes, and even the sitting arrangements here is unusual. As in other schools, students are given a specific desk, a specific place to sit. But here they can sit anywhere they like at any time. After much thinking, Toto-chan decided to sit next to the girl who came after her that morning. Students, our story completes here. The author of this lesson is Tetsuko Kuroyanagi, that is Toto-chan herself. Students, this is a real story. You can even read more on her journey in the book named Toto-chan, the little girl at the window. Children, Tetsuko Kuroyanagi is a Japanese actress, a worldwide fund for nature advisor, and a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. She is well known for her charitable works and is considered as one of the first Japanese celebrities who achieved international recognition. She was born on 9th August 1933 and is 87 years old now. Students, hope you understood the chapter. Now, even read the chapter from the textbook. And for now, watch the video carefully to understand the lesson better.
The classroom in the train. No one had arrived yet. When Toto-chan got to the door of the railroad car, the headmaster had told her would be her classroom. Toto-chan's heart was beating fast with excitement as she peeped inside.
Ooh,
Studying here would be like going on a perpetual journey. The windows still had baggage racks above them. The only difference was that there was a blackboard at the front of the car, and the lengthwise seats had been replaced by school desks and chairs, all facing forward. The hand straps had gone too, but everything else had been left just as it was. Tr.Chan went in and sat down at someone's desk. The wooden chairs resembled those at the other school, but they were so much more comfortable she could sit on them all day. Tr.Chan was so happy and liked the school so much, she made a firm decision to come to school every day and never take any holidays. Tr.Chan looked out of the window. She knew the train was stationary, but was it because the flowers and trees in the school grounds were swaying slightly in the breeze? It seemed to be moving.
I'm so happy,
She finally said out loud.
I'm so happy am I. Why am I happy? Because...
Just at that moment, someone got on. It was a girl. She took her notebook and pencil box out of her school bag and put them on her desk. Then she stood on tiptoe and put the bag on the rack. She put her shoe bag up there too. Tr.Chan stopped singing and quickly did the same. After that, a boy got on. He stood at the door and threw his bag on the baggage rack as if he were playing basketball. It bounced off and fell on the floor.
Bad shot,
Said the boy, taking aim again from the same place. This time, it stayed on.
Nice shot.
He shouted, followed by,
No, bad shot.
as he scrambled onto the desk and opened his bag to get out his notebook and pencil box. Eventually, there were 9 pupils in the car. They comprised the first grade at Tomo Gakuen. They would all be traveling together on the same train. Going to school in a railroad car seemed unusual enough, but the seating arrangements turned out to be unusual too. At the other school, each pupil was assigned a specific desk, but here they were allowed to sit anywhere they liked at any time. After a lot of thought and a good look around, Tr.Chan decided to sit next to the girl who had come after her that morning.